Hi YouTube, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, I want to discuss variables and data types in the Dart programming language. So let's first start off by creating a variable of type string. So I'm going to make a comment here, a single line comment with 2 forward slashes. I'm going to say we are going to create a variable of type string, okay? And to do that, let me move this console, make it a little bit wider for you. To do that, we're going to use, we have to tell Dart what type we're going to use before we create the variable. So I'm going to do string, and string is uppercase. So string, and then the name of the variable, my name. And let's set that equal to my name, Timothy Unkert. Okay? And I have to put a semicolon at the end of each of these statements. And now dartpad.dev, the online IDE that I'm using, is warning me that, hey, we haven't used it. So let's use it in a print statement. So let's do print my name. And let's now run this program. And you can see here, as we run the program, we get Timothy Unkert. Okay? All right, cool. Let's now create a variable of type integer. So create a variable of type integer. Okay, so what we can do is we can declare the type by typing int, and then let's do my age equals 46, put a semicolon there, and let's do some string interpolation. And so let's actually print this out. Okay, so I'm going to comment out this line. Okay, and you'll see that dartpad.dev is giving me some warnings here. Hey, you have to use these variables, or I would like you to use these variables. So we're going to print, and we're going to say, hi, my name. And actually, this is a little excessive here with the warnings. Hi, my name is, and then we'll do a $sign for string to interpolate this variable into this. So into the string, hi, my name is my name, and I am, and let's move this over here a little bit. I am my age years old. Okay. All right. So let's bring this back here, and now let's run it. And if we move this out, we see, hi, my name is Timothy Unkert, and I am 46 years old. So we can use string interpolation for these variables. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff so we don't see all those warnings popping up. Okay, let's create a double. Okay, so a double is a floating point number. So we're going to create a floating point number variable. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use the keyword double, and let's call it my GPA, and we'll set it equal to 3.8. Not to flex, but in grad school my GPA was 4.0, but anyways, whatever. And so let's print this out, my GPA here, and let's run it. And here we get 3.8, okay? All right, let's create a variable of type boolean. I was gonna say bool because with the keyword we use is bool to do that. And I'm gonna say is teacher and set that equal to true. And we could print out the boolean. We could print out is teacher. Okay, and if we run this, we will get true. Pretty sweet. Okay, so those are some of the basic variable data types. Some more ones that we're going to delve into deeper in coming videos are lists and maps. So let's talk about lists and maps. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. And let's create a list of names. So I'm going to say var, okay, and we use var. We can use var for integers, booleans, and other data types, and Dart will infer the type. Typically we'll want to be specific, but for list, var is very good to use. So we're going to say var, and then the name of the list, my names, and then within square brackets, we can create our list. So let's do Tim, Sean, Joe, Aaron, and Matt, and let's do Ben. And we got to end this with a semicolon here. Okay. And let's go back down here and print out my names. Okay, and let's run this. And we're going to get the entire list printed out here. Okay, pretty cool. Again, we'll go into lists a bit more in later videos. All right, let's create a map. Now, a map is like a dictionary in Python or a hash in Ruby. Okay, that's a map. Okay, so I'm going to create a map. I'm going to use the var keyword. I'm going to say var, and I'm going to call my map student. And I'm going to use these open and close curly braces, and then I'm going to use key value pairs. So let's do first name, and let's do Tim. And we're going to do commas in between each of these key value pairs. We'll do last name. Okay, and then let's do GPA. Let's do 4.0. We'll do age. And the last one we don't have to put a comma after. And we're going to put a semicolon at the end of that. And it wants us to use this. Well, we'll just print it out. So we'll print student. And again, in later videos, we will discuss this more in detail. So let's print out this hash, or this map. I said hash. I was thinking dictionary too. But anyways, so we got first name Tim, last name Unkert, GPA 4, age 46. Okay, so that's a hash. Another thing we can do with variables here is something called dynamic. Okay, so let's create a dynamic variable. Okay, so let's use the keyword dynamic, and then we're going to say, let's say first name and set it equal to Tim. Okay, and then we'll print out first name. Okay, and let's run it. Okay, and we get Tim. Now let's try something different. Let's say first name equals 4.0, and let's print first name. Okay, and let's run. And you see, so with the dynamic, we changed the data type while running the program. So now let's go back and let's say this is string. Now let's see what happens. Now we're getting the IDE is giving us a warning. It's giving us that this is going to be an error because this is a double and we assign string. Okay, but if we want to have the variable be able to change throughout the program, we could do dynamic. Okay, and we probably want to spell that correctly, so dynamic. Okay, we can also do something called const. So that's a constant. So let's create a constant. Okay, so I'm going to say const, and then I want to give the variable type. So let's do double, and we'll do my pi. Let's just say this equals 3.1415. Okay, and now let's print my pi. Okay, and let's run it. This is all good. Now let's say we wanted to change my pi equal to 4. And we get an error on line 6. Constant variables can't be assigned a value. Okay, so once we assign the constant, we've assigned it. So this is, a constant, right? You can't change a constant. Now let's talk about finals. Okay, so I'm going to say final. My name equals Timothy Unkert. Okay, all right, and now let's print my name, and let's run it, and we get Timothy Unkert. And now let's say my name equals, I don't know, Joe Schmo. Okay, is that going to work? And it's not going to work. It says the final variable my name can only be set once. Try making my name non-final. Okay, so we could make this into a string, and we probably want to put the data type final string. Okay, but we can't have this, so let's comment this out. And now if we run it, it'll run perfectly fine. Okay, so what's the difference between constant and final? Well, a constant is constant at compile time only. Okay. All right, so I think that's enough for variables and data types at this point. If you found this video interesting, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.